Welcome to another episode of Grizzly True Crime. My name is Gisela K, and today we're going to be taking a quick look at what the Laundries have been up to in the last couple of weeks, just for interest's sake. Let's get started. Thank you so much for joining me, and if you are new here, then welcome to the Grizzly community. If you want to become part of this fantastic group of people, all you got to do is subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out on anything Grizzly True Crime. So, it's official now. I know that Doug from Northport, Florida, that's a YouTuber with a YouTube channel, was mentioning that the Laundries were spotted in that area where he saw Brian in Gabby's van on August 30th, I believe. He said he's 50% sure it was Brian and Gabby's van. So 50%, I like that. It's not like 99.9%, 50%. And Doug has been out there searching before with his metal detector to see if he can find anything. Apparently, the Laundries went out there at some stage and there were tire tracks and their tires were muddy later. So I'm like, oh, they probably went out there. So I've been watching that. And then I've seen some reports of the Laundries possibly going out to the Myakkahatchee Creek Environmental Park, where their son, Brian Laundrie's remains, were found on October 20th. As we know, partial skeletal remains were found, identified via dental records, and later confirmed to be his via DNA analysis with a forensic anthropologist, or a team of them, and it was revealed that his cause of death was a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. We don't yet know what type of gun, where the gun is, if the gun was right there, if it was in the area, if it's in custody with law enforcement. We don't know anything about the gun, which is interesting. But now it seems to be on the news that the Laundries really are out there hiking. I know a lot of people think this is very sinister. It's like, what are they up to? My first thought, my gut reaction, is that this is their way of grieving. I don't know if you agree with me or not, but they might be literally retracing their son's steps or trying to deal with the loss. It could be what they're doing. I mean, I know that there's a group of people out there that really believe that they planted the evidence, the notebook, seen the Walmart pictures. You know, you can't really say that's for sure a notebook, and we don't know what the notebook in the reserve or preserve looked like. So, you know, there's a lot of theories out there, a lot of speculations. Of course, the latest news was, oh my word, they're selling their home. But it proved to be a hoax. Let me show you something, actually. I made something today on Canva, just to give you an example. Here we go. So, you see this right here? Oh my word, there's a for sale sign. I mean, I wouldn't really put it past them to put their house on the market. I just think at this point they do it a little bit more privately. But you see this picture right here? I edited in that for sale sign. And I even angled it a little bit so it looks a little bit more realistic. But that's how easy it is to make it look like, oh my word, and to spread this around on the news. I mean, this could be a new for sale sign is up, but it isn't. It's just a Canva edit, which isn't even Photoshop. Yes, okay. So let me take this image away. This is an image of the parents hiking in the preserve. So let's look at this news article right here. So they say, Brian Laundrie's parents seen hiking in Myakkahatchee Creek Park following son's death. Chris and Roberta Laundrie spent about 3 hours hiking in the Northport, Florida park. So you let me know in the comments below what you think they're up to. What do you think they're doing? Okay, I'm going to move this to the side. There is a video there. They said, deceased fugitive. He was a fugitive. Brian Laundrie's parents, Chris and Roberta Laundrie, on Tuesday were seen walking in the park where their son's remains were recovered in October. Chris and Roberta Laundrie spent about 3 hours hiking in the Northport, Florida park, where just a month earlier they helped law enforcement discover their son's remains and belongings after a significant amount of water had drained in the swampy area. As far as I remember, they found the backpack and the dry bag, but they did not find the remains. That's just what I read, that they found the backpack and dry bag, and they're like, oh, my word, and then they walked out with it, and then law enforcement swooped in, medical examiners, and found the remains. Let me know if you saw something else. Chris and Roberta Laundrie spent 3 hours hiking in Northport, Florida, right? And they say they go there to hike and mourn their son. Laundrie family attorney Stephen Bertolino said. So that's kind of what I'm saying too, but let me know what you think. Neighbor Charlene Guthrie told Fox News that the Laundries are away from home for hours most days since media left their neighborhood after the autopsy results were revealed. A for sale sign that was likely a hoax briefly appeared on their lawn but was taken down. Was it though? WFLA said it was probably even photoshopped, that it wasn't even there. So I don't know. If you were there, boots on the ground, was it there or not there? But it might have been a hoax. Photos also show the pair getting groceries and going about daily life after their son's death. I mean, they gotta eat, right? The Florida District 12 Medical Examiner's Office revealed on November 23rd that Laundrie, 23, took his own life with a gunshot wound to the head. The Laundries had turned over all of the firearms in their home to the FBI, but one was missing. Sources close to the investigation told Fox News Digital. Oh, the Moab footage, oh my word, it's still painful to watch. But honestly, I could watch it again. It's like, what? Just like re-looking at everything. Even going over Bertolino's initial interviews and just everything. It's like, ooh, very interesting. Okay, so the 23-year-old fugitive was a person of interest in the disappearance and homicide of his former 22-year-old fiancée, Gabby Petito, a tragedy that captured the nation's attention, the world's. For more than a month after Petito's family reported her missing on September 11th, Laundrie's parents, along with police, recovered his partial skeletal remains, along with a backpack and other personal items belonging to Laundrie on October 20th at the Myakkahatchee Creek Environmental Park, where the family frequently hiked. The following day, after a comparison of dental records, the agency confirmed the remains as Laundrie's. A forensic odontologist, huh? Okay, Brian Laundrie found parents may have just missed discovering son themselves. Here, I wonder why Roberta has a mask on here. You know, I understand the reason for wearing masks in public or around other people, but it's like at the reserve, like, or preserve. Is there anyone there? I don't know. I'm just making a random comment because Chris Laundrie isn't wearing one. So that's interesting. The medical examiner's office conducted an initial autopsy in late October, but results came back inconclusive. The remains were then sent to a forensic anthropologist. I know we know all this, but I'm reading through it because sometimes it's nice to just like go over it again. You know what I mean? It's like, if I watch channels that are only just sort of covering it in the whole timeline, you're like, I don't know. It's like nice to just see that whole overview again, right? After all the madness. Authorities also found Laundrie's notebook on October 20th. Oh my word, and we're still waiting to see what was in the notebook, which police say may be salvageable. It's unclear what's inside the notebook. We're still waiting for that news. Laundrie had returned to his parents' home on September 1st without Potito. Potito's family reported her missing 10 days later, even though they tried to report her missing sooner. Laundrie's parents then reported their son missing on September 17th, but clarified later that the last time they saw him was September 13th. The Northport Police Department and the FBI searched the Myakkahatchee Creek Park for more than a month before eventually finding Brian's remains and personal items with help from Laundrie's parents in an area that had previously been underwater. Okay. Potito Schmidt family attorney Richard Stafford told Fox News' Laura Ingle last week that the family has been aware of the circumstances surrounding the unaliving himself of the sole suspect in Gabby's murder and will not be making a statement at this time due to the request of the United States Attorney's Office and the Teton County Prosecutor's Office. And they left that last sentence out of possibly having additional individuals charged. Interesting. Then, see, here was this whole, there's the photo that was shared everywhere. It does look a little bit photoshopped here, I must say. I don't know. Let me know what you think. The couple were pictured for the first time since the travel vlogger's cause of death was revealed as they ventured out to a Walmart store on Tuesday. A for sale by owner A for sale by owner now sits outside the Northport home where Chris and Roberta live with Brian and his girlfriend, Gabby Petito. Also, Fury's come to say hello. Okay, sit. The home was built in 1991 and features 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. It has a screened enclosure on the porch and a swimming pool that was built in 1992. Sleuths have repeatedly speculated that the flower bed at the home was at the center of the case. I still want them to just dig a little bit, just in case, just to eliminate any funny options, you know? Okay, Fury, you're kind of bumping the mic at this point. They wildly claim that Brian's parents hid a gun under a flower bed in their backyard. I think a little more than that was claimed. And they had earlier suggested Brian was hiding out in a doomsday bunker in the yard. There's no evidence to support any of these claims. Brian's parents were also seen on a hike in the woods of the Myakkahatchee Creek Reservation on Tuesday morning. They returned from their 3-hour walk through ground searched by cops for their son, holding hands. They must say the holding hands. And then we know all of this. The missing gun. The couple had been on a road trip when she mysteriously disappeared, resulting in the case gaining, I'm just going to say, international attention. Following the release of Brian's autopsy, the Laundrie family attorney, Stephen Berlino, said Chris and Roberta Laundrie have been informed that the cause of death was a gunshot wound to the head, and the manner of death was, I'm again going to say, unaliving himself, because that word is not only a trigger word for some, but it's a trigger word for YouTube's algorithm bots that are like, we're going to suppress that video if you say that word. There are words that you shouldn't say on a channel. Okay, sorry, now I've got a little itchy. Okay. Chris and Roberta are still mourning the loss of their son and are hopeful that these findings bring closure to both families. Bertolino did not reveal where the gun Laundrie used to unalive himself came from, but it was later reported that the Laundries knew a firearm was missing from their collection when their son went missing. Here, I'm reading this again to show you the pictures. Shame, people like picturing them everywhere. The couple were pictured for the first time since an autopsy confirmed their son's cause of death. So here they're shopping in cookware, cake mixes, frosting, and cake decorating. Chris is looking at the he's looking at the cake mixing section, while Roberta is looking at the cookware section. And here, the couple visited a Walmart store on Tuesday. I mean, this is like the news of when he mowed the lawn. Remember that? Okay, we know all about this. Collecting mail at night. Due to the constant media circus, the Laundries have turned to collecting their mail at night to avoid cameras and reporters. Are there still protesters and reporters and cameras out there? Let me know if you know. It's a way to keep up communication and let his parents know he's okay. What's going on? Wait. Internet sleuth and ex-fugitive Seth Ferranti initially believed that Laundrie could have been writing letters to his family and used code words to evade authorities. It's a way to keep up communication and let his parents know he's okay, said Ferranti. He was on the run for 2 years. Yes, because we're going to trust what he says. Sometimes silence is louder than words. Speak up. Whoa. Okay. So, and the last thing I want to share with you is the Potito family. Wait, let's just bring this down. Listen here, we don't want to see your news report, dude. Potito family changes Find Gabby social media pages to support other missing persons cases. Isn't that so nice? The family of Gabby Petito, the 22-year-old Suffolk County native whose disappearance and death made national headlines, international, is changing their Find Gabby social media pages to support searches for other missing persons, including Daniel Robinson. Oh my word, I was so happy to see that. We have converted our original #Find Gabby page on Facebook into a missing persons page. We are expanding it to Twitter and Instagram too. A work in progress, but we are committed to finding the missing. Petito's stepfather, Jim Schmidt, wrote on Twitter. Isn't that so nice? Wow. And that's it. That's all I have to share with you today. Let me scroll up a little bit. Let me take this off, actually. We've just seen it. Okay, so let me know in the comments below what you think their reason would be for hiking out there on several occasions. It's not just this time. They've been out there, I would say from what I've seen, at least 3 times or so. Yes, Fury? Oh no, he's so cute. I know you can't see him right now, but he's adorable. And if you like the way that I present true crime cases, please do hit the thumbs up. subscribe, hit the bell, do all those things. And if you want to see me do Vlogmas, which is like walking around Utrecht City, sometimes in the village I live, in the forests, things like that, other things. It's a little bit of an antidote to true crime on my membership side of things, Superstar Grizzlies. Just join with the link below, and there's already 4 videos out for you now for Vlogmas. Last thing I'm going to say is, remember, I have a second channel. It's called Grizzly True Crime Highlights, which I'll also link below and somewhere up there so that you can check that out. It is to serve for instance, it's going to be a 17-minute video, and there I would recap everything I said over here in 5 minutes. So the Grizzly True Crime Highlights page is great if you miss a live stream that could be 2 hours. I'll recap everything in 5 to 10 minutes or so. I aim for 5, but sometimes it's more appropriate to do 5 to 10 minutes. So it's a great way for you to just get all the Grizzly stuff, but in minimal time if you don't have time. So if you could go over there, subscribe over there, hit the thumbs up over there, that would be great too. Okay, I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're having a wonderful December so far.